Procrastination is a big problem, and it can be the thief of time, because before you know it, the time is gone and you've accomplished nothing. And entrepreneurs seem to be the biggest culprits when it comes to procrastination. And this is often because when you're your own boss, you decide what to do. You don't have somebody else setting the agenda for you. And that gives you a lot of freedom, but it's a double-edged sword, because even though you're not being told what to do, it doesn't mean that there aren't things that have to be done. And if you put them off, you procrastinate, you can waste your whole day away, and your business can waste away and wither and die because you're not giving it the attention that it really needs. What are some of the major reasons why entrepreneurs procrastinate? Why is it that they put off making decisions, starting new projects, pursuing new business, or even finishing big projects that have an impact on more business for them? Well, let's take a look at some of the reasons why. And one reason is poor work habits. Those who have poor work habits are usually slow starting everything. They are habitual procrastinators, and they take a very long period of time to complete a project or to get anything done. Now, what can result from this type of business, especially if you're an online business? Well, generally that means frustration and loss in business and sales. And if you miss a deadline or you fail to communicate with a customer or with a client, then that can result in a loss of business and a negative point on your reputation. And this is not good for any entrepreneur. And very often, people who do this also procrastinate on everything else in their lives, including personal areas, and they're always trying to catch up. And this causes high stress levels and low production levels. The entrepreneur who has poor work habits is also under the impression that they perform better under pressure. Well, that's generally not so. And they believe that they can do their best work if they're forced to work faster, sparking their creativity. Again, this is simply not true. All of this simply places them further behind in their work and causes more stress. Another problem that entrepreneurs have that makes them procrastinate are continual feelings of being overwhelmed. People who are challenged in the area of effective time management often feel like they never get anything accomplished. And they often don't do anything at all in response to either being proactive in their work or in finishing tasks. And the overwhelming feeling can also lead to anxiousness and the propensity to make big, expensive mistakes in their work. It's commonly known that when you're tired or when you're overwhelmed, the capacity and possibility of making mistakes increases exponentially. And of course, this adds even more to the feeling of being overwhelmed and feeling underaccomplished. There's also a feeling of uselessness in business projects with entrepreneurs who procrastinate. They feel like it may be easier to do nothing at all because of the sheer size of what their task is. This, again, is cyclic, and it can cause a spiral effect in the business. Because one thing doesn't get done, it causes another thing not to get done, and the process can continue and can cause even more problems further down the line. Another trap that a lot of entrepreneurs fall into is feeling that you have to be perfect. And this is quite possibly one of the most common but most detrimental personality traits that many an entrepreneur has. To a fault, they feel that they have to be perfect, they have to avoid all mistakes at all costs, have to get things right the first time, and be able to completely and pointedly satisfy the customer's every whim and need. But it's not only unrealistic to think this, but it's also damaging and unfair for the entrepreneur to expect of himself or herself. Expecting perfectionism is a fallacy. There is no way anyone can be perfect, and you'll place undue stress on yourself by doing so. Perfectionists want to finish projects, meet deadlines, accomplish goals, and do them all at record speed, but what holds them back is often simply getting started. The perfectionists may view their business projects as burdensome and shun them as unimportant. This often makes them feel better because they're able to convince themselves that if they're not important, then it may be just as unimportant to their clients or their customers. And they'll usually put off completion until the project meets their standards for perfection. Although this perception is only appreciated by the perfectionist, these standards are not often recognized by their clients. And this, of course, reinforces the fact that this is a time waster and they've worked fruitlessly towards an unnecessary end. So why bother in the first place? Another cause of procrastination is boredom. Now, entrepreneurs often get bored with no creativity or change in their work. Although they may perhaps love what they do, they find doing the same thing day after day becomes monotonous and non-challenging for them. Hence, boredom sets in and they lose interest in the projects that they're working on. And many times entrepreneurs, especially the work-at-home person, would simply rather be doing something else besides working. Does that mean they're lazy? No. They often just don't know where to start or how to manage their business projects or how to jumpstart something in their business to pique their interests. They may look for other creative outlets that are not business related, like engaging on social media sites or community forums instead of actually working. And then mundane tasks like paperwork or routine online tasks can get put off, as can revenue generating tasks like product launches. So how do you break the cycle? How do you stop procrastinating, and how do you stop putting things off so that one problem doesn't lead to another? How do you nip this problem in the bud? Well, the first thing to do is to have a to-do list so that you know exactly what tasks you have to do during the day. And you want to put boring, unpleasant or mundane tasks first and get them out of the way. Something else you want to do, and you can easily do this when you're an entrepreneur, is to vary your work. So you're not doing the same thing day in, day out. So there is some sort of a variety to the tasks that you perform. You also want to avoid distractions. Distractions can be very handy when you're procrastinating because you can turn your attention to them and not to the task that you're supposed to be doing. So one thing you can do is to turn on your answering machine or voicemail when you're working so that you can return the call at a convenient time for you once you've done all the tasks that you've set yourself to do. And you can also have set times to be on social media or networking sites. And this is actually a very good thing because once it gets to be well known that you're around at this particular time, then anyone who wants to contact you on social media or on a networking site is going to make sure that they're around at the same time that you are. So it can actually have that extra benefit as well. And of course, reward yourself. Give yourself a treat when you've completed a task that you'd rather put off. It doesn't have to be an ice cream like in this picture here. It can be anything that you like, but just something to give yourself a metaphorical pat on the back for doing a good job and for getting this task out of the way. So get into the habit of not procrastinating and you'll soon send your time thief packing.